chats, everything is working fine. And yeah. Let's see. You know, let me just quickly check if it actually is all working here. Alright, I think everything is live, right? Yeah. So let me just quickly. Hello. So today, what I'm gonna be building is the LEGO Sesame Street set. I'm wondering if Sesame Street. Oh, the set, it unfortunately has stickers, I gotta say. It's kind of unfortunate, but yeah, hello to everyone joining the chat. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like the first LEGO set to have stickers in the set, so that's kind of a thing. How are you? I'm good. So yeah, let's crack open the box and see what we have. If you guys have any questions like regarding Springfield or something, just leave it down in the chat and I'll try and answer everything. So let's get the box opened up. Let's get this peeled open. Right, here we are, about to dump out all of the contents. And wow, that's a lot of parts. Oh, and you guys know the good thing about this even is the fact that Springfield could actually use one of these buildings, because given the fact that Springfield is has a lot of just filler buildings in general, I think this is also going to make a pretty good little addition to Springfield. I may change up a couple of things, but yeah, let's begin building. What's building Springfield going to be? I'm planning to build Moe's up next after I finish the Simpsons house. But yeah, that's probably going to be the next one up. I'm going to do the ones that if LEGO decides to make the LEGO Simpsons theme return, then I think I'm going to do all of the most what would be the word for this? The least chance of the buildings getting approved by LEGO. So yeah, I think that's gonna be what I'm gonna do. What about the comic book shop? I am planning to build that as well, but I think that'll be maybe after the nuclear power plants. I think I'm gonna build that, but you know, it really honestly depends upon what am I gonna be building up next. Where'd you buy this? I bought this from the LEGO store just yesterday, so bought it for full retail. Still a very good set, however. I don't typically buy LEGO sets, but honestly, this one is honestly something that I think is worth it. And oh, just look at how many stickers we have in here. Well, an entire sticker sheet, so that's going to be something to really look forward to. What do you think the set? Honestly, I guess I'm gonna build and see if it deserves the 18+ rating, because I don't know. You know, if this really is an 18+ set and all, and if it deserves it, this is gonna be my first 18+ sets, because I've built the UCS Falcon before and that was 16+, so we're gonna see what this set even has to offer. So yeah, it looks like bag number 9. I think I'm going to place all of these into the box and then go from there, because it's going to be a lot of building. I may actually divide this live stream up into 2 different segments, so we're going to have the first part of it, and then tomorrow I may finish it off. It really depends upon how fast this entire building process goes. Will we make Lion's Hut's office? You know, since that is more of a building that I think I may actually go ahead and build that. Wait, is that from The Simpsons? Because I actually never heard of that building before. Hold on, let me just quickly Google that. Oh yeah, it is. So, yeah, since it is more of the unknown building of Springfield, or less relevant, I guess, yeah, I'm gonna go and build that. Yeah, that'll be sometime in the near future after I build Moe's, maybe the church, the power plants, and all of that. I think I'm gonna build Lion's Hut's office as well, so yeah. Because I think if LEGO was to return the theme, they're gonna do more of like the iconic locations and not so much of like the ones that are kind of more or less not allowed for LEGO to do. So yeah, I think I'm gonna stick with building Moe's first, and then we'll see where that goes. You're gonna make the prison? Of course I'm gonna make the prison. Like, because I'm building like the entire Simpsons Springfield, I'm definitely gonna build the prison as well. At least I hope to build a very huge majority of Springfield. Like, to get all of like the most iconic locations with all of the interior in place at least. So that's gonna be something to build. Alright, it looks like we've got what? 2, 1. Okay, so it looks like we start out with 2 bag number 1s. First bag of an 18 plus LEGO sets. It's gonna be interesting to see. It's gonna be a lot of plastic. Yep, a lot of plastic bags and a lot of plastic bricks. To make Professor Spring Lab. Yeah, I'm gonna make Spring Slab as well. That's again, that's like part of Springfield, so that's 100% going in there. Just gonna take a lot of reference and a lot of research to get all of that built up. But yeah, that's in my plans of building Springfield as well. I'm thinking of doing like next week another live stream of building, like the first week of like live streaming to build Springfield. I think that would be a pretty cool little thing to do. I'm gonna build like Evergreen Terrace then, so it's gonna be fun. Is that Captain Rex one? Same one David talked about? No, that one is my own custom design, so that one came out like, the one that I made was, this one, well, this one in particular is a much more different design, and doesn't have any instructions to it, so I just kind of freehand built it. It's kind of weird. What's your favorite LEGO color? I'd have to say probably medium nougat. Like, you know, it's one of those colors that's not entirely just very bright, but it's not entirely very dark, and it works in a lot of different things to build and such. So yeah, I think medium nougat would be my favorite color in LEGO. The 18 plus instruction manual. Let's get that here. Oh, there goes sticker sheets. I'll get that later. Is this? Oh no, it does include a brick separator. Yeah, it's good. I think a LEGO piece just fell. Oh, I think it's just another spare. And well, the build begins. What does the brick separators look like? Well, brick separators basically look like this. You just have a bunch of kind of parts that you can remove with them, I guess is the best way to put it, but yeah, that's how they look. I don't know if I can get that to focus in. Yeah, it's not wanting to focus, but you get the point. Yeah, there it goes. Let's see. Dark red. It's nice. Hey, congrats on your channel. It's been growing real fast. I've been here since 200. Oh, thank you, man. Thank you. Since you've been here since 200. Get these plates out of the bag. There we go. And the build officially begins. Let's see. You know, with this set kind of being a little bit inaccurate, like looking over at the reference images of the Sesame Street building, this is a tad bit inaccurate, but I think, you know, still is still is what it is, and with a little bit of modifications you can easily turn it to make it look a lot nicer in general, so. Get it fast, LEGOstudios, okay. Let's see. Alright, in the build up Big Bird. Get that attached. You know, one thing I didn't know, that the Big Bird piece is actually a rubberized Lego piece, which is interesting. It's more of the rubbery Lego pieces. Wonder where the feet are. Yeah, I never built Big Bird. It's later that I realized that I never built him, but here we go. Brick Bird. Wow, I can't speak today. Big Bird, all complete. You guys can see him right there. Yeah, the focus is not working with me either today, but there it is. Oh, hello, OB Brick Kenobi. What theme did you miss most? Honestly, I think it's pretty predictable what theme I did miss most. The Simpsons. For a fact, honestly. The Simpsons. It's so much possibility and so much left out that they could have really expanded upon the theme, but fortunately they did not. Really hoping the idea set, though, goes through and we can have Simpsons once more, so. We'll see. Time will tell. Time will tell. Up on fast. Oh, Sesame Street. Yeah, next. Yeah, building like the entire Sesame Street. It's gonna be the next Lego mock. But no, I'm thinking I may integrate the Sesame Street building into Springfield. You know, like it's honestly it's like a filler building almost because Springfield itself has a lot of buildings in general that are filler. So. I think it actually may work out just perfectly to have another filler building in there. Sure, you should make Griffin's house. Yeah, the Griffin's house would be a nice build to make, though, I don't know, like, I feel like some of the colors to build that would be more rare and more on the expensive side to get, so I'm not sure about that just yet, if I should really look into building the Griffin's house, but it's something that I may consider in the near future, you never know. Set probably should have had yeah, Count would have been a really nice minifigure to include within the sets, but as Justin said before, like, there are a couple of studs, I guess, like, not studs, but Technic bricks off on the side of one of the buildings, which hopefully, theoretically, it should be like a little expansion that they would have to go on with this, but who knows? Maybe it will be, maybe it won't, so. But it looks like they are planning to make an expansion to this, which I'd be very willing to buy as well, and just expand to this, and it'd be a nice parts pack in general with all of these very bright colors, so it's gonna be a nice little addition to everything. Can't wait to see Flanders' house turns out. Yeah, Flanders' house is definitely going to take more research to build, but I think in the end it's going to be worth it. It's going to be more expensive, I think, as well. It's like the entire house being made of medium nougats, much more expensive color than the tan or any other color like that. Interesting to see. More Sesame Street. Yeah, we definitely want more Lego Simpsons. Like, I could tell you a very, very large, like, majority of the community absolutely just wants the Simpsons. Absolutely, just everyone wants it. I'm surprised Lego, you know, with Disney being just wanting money and Lego with wanting big money, you would expect both of the both companies to team up. Like, even though they have a very solid partnership, I don't know why they haven't continued the theme, so it's kind of weird. There's an episode where Homer gets into... Yeah, I've seen that episode where Homer gets into Flanders' basement. I've seen that. So that's gonna... But unfortunately, I don't think I'll be able to replicate the basement. That's the thing. I don't think I'll be able to replicate it because I'm not building the entire underground kind of, you know, like metro station, I guess you would call it, right? Metro. But you know, I'm not going to be building the entire like underground there, so that's going to be something. That's going to be a little bit too much, you know. It wouldn't look particularly as nice as I would like it to. One battle. Arch. Clean some of this area up. Yeah, they kind of did get lazy with the Simpsons theme though. Like, so many more minifigures. It could have sold so well, but unfortunately they're like, no, pass. It could have done so well as well. It's so unfortunate. Super unfortunate that they just quit the theme. Just discontinued it all of a sudden. I mean, I wouldn't say they didn't have any more ideas given the fact of how many different buildings there are in Springfield. Like, the number of buildings and the amount of iconic places, like, you can name like 100 off the top of your head. Baseball, like, androids and baseball dungeons, or whatever that shop was called. The Moe's Tavern, the power plant, maybe like a more play scale version because it would be so huge. Perhaps, well, you know, what else would they have? Luigi's as being another one. You know, there's a lot of buildings, you know, if you just search up the list online, there's 1,000 buildings that could come up. And like the most iconic ones. I know you don't go if you make the wall double-sided. Double-sided wall colors? Yeah, that, you know, when I was initially building the Simpsons house, that was my original idea, was to get like double-sided wall colors. That was something that I was planning to do, but when I was planning a lot further into it and getting more into understanding how the entire build is going to turn out, it was not possible on how cramped all of the space was. But I will try and get like double wall colors in some of the buildings in Springfield, but I can't promise all of them will be full of color, like inside and outside. So it's gonna be a little bit of a compromise, but at the end of the day, you know, it gets the point across, and I think it makes it as detailed as possible given its size, and that's something that's going to be there. Oh hey, Brick Guardian. Yeah, Sector 7G with double-sided walls, that would look really nice in the end, I gotta say. But it really depends upon like the overall construction of how it's going to be going together. It just depends upon the overall build, so it's going to be very much determined once I begin building it and planning. It's at that point in time going to be determined with all of that. But yeah, that would look really nice. I'm going to try and do what I can see, or I'll do what I can with that, you know. We'll see where it takes us. Oops, attach this plate a little bit too close. Hello, Max Rocket. Lego SpongeBob? Yeah, it's actually, it was a pretty solid theme, honestly. It kind of just went downhill a little bit over the years as it went to its discontinuation, but like, yeah, the earlier SpongeBob sets, yeah, those were nice. I gotta say, those were definitely really nice sets. Ever plan on building Bikini Bottom, huh? Maybe. After building Springfield, you know, that's probably going to be a project that's going to take, I don't know, 2 years maybe? You know, after that, I may go to building Bikini Bottom. I may. It's a maybe. It's definitely there because why not? It's another show that I do like, so it's definitely a maybe. Biblio's house. That's also, I mean, I may build Biblio's house as well. I'm not sure, but you know, there's always a chance that I may. You know, you never know. But for the time being, I think for like the next 2 years, I'm occupied building Springfield. So that's going to be the current absolutely giant project. Favorite theme apart from The Simpsons? Either like creator experts or Star Wars. It's either of those two really. Like creator expert honestly gives a lot of very nice minifigure scaled modular buildings, you know, has a lot of very nice details, but Star Wars also has like some very iconic ships, especially like with the UCS scale ones. So it's they're kind of at the same spot, honestly. So. Get this a little bit more in frame. Scooby-Doo. Yeah, that was definitely. I only got one set from that theme. I got the Mystery Machine from Scooby-Doo. Like, I didn't really like look into that theme, but I did. I just got like the most iconic one out of everything there. So, yeah, I can't say much about that theme, but from the one set that I did get, being that Mystery Machine, it was a nice set. It was a nice set. I have the whole gang. See here. Have you gotten any minifigures from Sesame? Yeah, the only minifigure that currently I've built up is Big Bird here. Just see it right here. Let's get that in focus. If it wants to focus in, come on. Yeah, it doesn't want to focus in today. Let's try and get this. Come on. Yeah, it's not wanting to focus in for some reason, but yeah. I think you get the point, right? Yeah. Are those Woody's legs? No, they're not Woody's legs, they're just normal minifigure legs. It just has a much more taller torso piece to go along with it. Yeah, Brick Guardian. That would be nice to make more Muppet sets. Yeah, that honestly would be an amazing thing. LEGO does continue upon that. I'd definitely buy more. If they eventually do, but who knows. I think it really depends upon how the Sesame Street sells, you know? If it sells well, then they will continue it, and if it doesn't, I think they'll just give up on, on Sesame Street, but, you know. The full-sized Captain Rex, again, like, it's another thing that's a maybe, but I'm not certain yet. I may build up the rest of Captain Rex, so I may or may not, I'm not sure. Because at the time being, like, I want to continue building Captain Rex, but not, like, it would be a nice build to go along with the helmet, but it would be very expensive, and I think it wasn't as well received as I initially hoped it to be, so I don't know. I may go back to it if there is enough demand, however, but you know, I wanted to go to building Springfield. Like before like when I was building Captain Rex, I remember I initially wanted to build you know, the Krusty Burger. I had that in mind when I initially wanted to build it. And so when I went over to build the Krusty Burger and just get it planned out and get everything built, afterwards, you know, it was something that I just wanted to stay with building more of The Simpsons, and I saw it being more fun, honestly, to build. Not so much of like sculptures, but more these kind of minifigure scaled mocks, if that makes sense. So I think that would be a much more fun build to do, and a lot more, you know, something that I think you guys enjoy a lot more. Yeah, an 18+ Elmo set. Yeah, that's quite a thing, honestly. An 18+ Elmo set to go along with this. Yeah. My first ever 18+ set. First ever. So that's... And so far as I'm building it, it's honestly not that hard to build. I mean, it's not entirely challenging, but it has a level of difficulty, but not an entire just absolute. You know, I don't think it's 18+ worthy, if that makes sense. What do you think is the worst LEGO theme? Worst LEGO theme. Let's see, worst theme. Perhaps... I think, like, I want to say the Lego movie sets. I want to say those sets, because, you know, like, after the initial movie, it all died down way too fast, and, you know, the entire trend of the Lego movie died down extremely fast, so, I don't know, I feel like the Lego movie sets are honestly some of the worst ones, like, out of all of the sets that Lego has ever made. Yeah, the spaceship was cool. I had the spaceship, though I parted it out into just, you know, into my bins. But yeah, it was cool. It was a cool set. It was kind of like a throwback to 1980s or something like that, when Lego Classic Space. So that was nice. Yeah, I would agree. It was one of those sets that was nicer than others, but yeah. It was one of the nicer ones that LEGO did put out for that theme. Spaceship, yep. Have you done a face reveal? I'm planning to do a face reveal sometime when I hit 3K subs. Maybe, like, somewhere between 3K to 4K subs, I'm gonna do a face reveal. So, you know, if you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe, and I'll do a face reveal at some time by then, 3K, 4K. Yeah, Benny's Space Squad was one of the better sets that theme offered, I gotta say. It was probably one of the better selling ones of, what was it, 2019, I would say? Like 2019 when the set came out. It was probably one of the better ones, and one of the sets that instantly sold out once they hit shelves. So yeah, that was definitely one of the more nostalgic sets to people. So yeah, it was a good set. It was a good set. Yeah, we all got that awesome little set. Thanks for subbing, fake name. Fake name. An army of robbers. I mean, it would be like, what, an alternative to the 501st armies? You can have like an alternative to that, so that's a thing, maybe. Just have a Lego like a Lego Robbers battle pack. Just the new thing that sells out extremely fast. Voldemort being with the only guy. I mean, you can't say Voldemort is the only guy with the nose. Look at all the LEGO Simpson minifigures. You know, so technically he's not the only guy with the nose. Oh, thanks, man. You really like my Simpsons content? I'm a really good builder. Thanks. Is there a way to fit the lamp next to the couch in the TV room? You know, I wanted initially to make that happen in the Simpsons house. I wanted to get it as accurate as possible, but, you know, due to the size of the Simpsons house as is, I try to make it as minifigure scale as possible, and I think if I were to add in the lamp as well into the build, then it would make the overall room very oversized, because the way on how I design like these mocks, like the Simpsons house and such, is I literally go from the exterior in. So, you know, I base it off of the accurate size and then go from there. Otherwise, it may just look huge and very, you know, disproportional to what you see in the shows. So, in a way, it's really cramped. I couldn't fit the lamp in, unfortunately, but yeah. I'll see you. Okay, see you in sec, Brick Guardian. TV in the show pink? No. Was it pink? Wait. What? I don't think it was pink. I think it was more of like a purple tone, honestly. Wait. Let's see. Was it? Hold on. TV room. No, it's more of like a sand blue kind of tint. It's not so much of a... I wouldn't say it's so much of a purple. I mean, I don't say it's so much of a pink. As much, yeah, it's more of like a faded blue color. It's more of that. It's not pink. When I build Flanders' house, I should add a reference, Homer. You know, I really do want to add in as many little references and such going into like the entire Simpsons Springfield, so yeah, that is on my to-do list. I do plan on adding in a lot of those little references going throughout, so yeah. I'm going to try and fill it up to the absolute brim with little Easter eggs and references. That's on my to-do list, so... I love the piano room. Thanks, man. Yeah, I try to take as much furniture like from the official set as possible and literally just use that very same furniture going across the entire build. And then afterwards, you know, add in some of the custom furniture going around as well. You're gonna get the hinge plates and reddish. You know, I initially wanted to get the the reddish brown plates, the hinge plates, but the last time those parts were made was like in 2002 in like LEGO Star Wars sets, I believe, something like that, and those cost like it's not that they cost a lot, it's more like they're not found to be in new condition anywhere on Bricklink, and I'm really like one of those, like I want it to be as, you know, as perfect of a Springfield as possible, and all of the ones on Bricklink are literally all just used pieces, so I don't want to use any used ones, and I just hope LEGO in the future comes out with more of those more accurate or like reddish brown hinges and such, but who knows? Maybe they will, maybe they won't. All depends. Oh yeah, the Duff beer mug, as in like the one from the Lego Harry Potter series, like the butterbeer one that kind of looks like the beer mug, or like a custom beer mug. You mean, which one do you mean there? Who is like my favorite minifigure? Right off the bat, I gotta say it's definitely Big Bird. Like, I haven't built any of the other ones or really have taken a much closer look at them, but so far I gotta say Big Bird is one of my favorites. Oh, it's a real mug? Oh, like, you mean, oh, like a prop more like, you know? Oh, I thought you were talking about a Lego piece, but okay. A real mug, okay. I see. Is there a Twitch going on? No, I'm just doing YouTube. I'm not so much of the Twitch guy. I never actually used Twitch, so I don't know. I don't know how to use all of that yet. I may go on to Twitch, you never know, but for the time being, I'm sticking to YouTube. Favorite building in Springfield? Probably the Simpsons house, given how iconic it is, honestly. Like, the Simpsons house and how recognizable it is throughout, like, everyone. It's probably my favorite, absolute favorite building. Super recognizable and probably the best. The best Simpsons minifigure? Probably, I would say, probably like, I mean, they're all good, like, they're all on the same level as good, honestly. There's really no whichever one is better, but looking at it from a character perspective, like, in universe, I'd have to say Homer. But, you know, because of how iconic he is as well, so I'd have to say Homer there, but all of them are very good minifigures. I'm surprised the set still has not used a single sticker yet. It's kind of impressive, given how many amount of stickers that there are included in the set. It's probably gonna go like all of them all at once as we're gonna build it, but we'll have to wait and see. Thanks. My mock is way better than the official set. Yeah, the official set, honestly, it lacked way too much to be integrated into my Springfield. You know, it had a lot of very nice, like, it had a lot of very nice little beginnings, I guess, to what it was supposed to look like, but it was nowhere near as good as, you know, as the Simpsons house. It was nice as a starter build, but nowhere near as accurate as what I hoped it to be. So yeah, that was kind of unfortunate. Is it being slightly out of focus? Hold on, let me just get that adjusted here. There you go. Yeah, the interior though. Yeah, that was something that didn't look too good at all. And on to bag number 2. Let's get bag number 2 found. Beginning. Place it probably right here. So, yeah. There we go. Episode's Flanders' house ring. It's honestly quite common in the Simpsons series. It's not that rare to find. The Flanders' house is not really that rare to find throughout throughout the series. It's pretty common. So even like a quick little Google search could find all of the images of it. Wait, there was a new Ecto 1 leaked? I haven't seen it yet, but wait, actually, the creator one, right? Yeah, I don't think I've seen it yet, but I've heard that, you know, the rumor that, you know, we're getting a creator expert Ecto 1. And got the very next minifigure old builds up here. Let's get him, try and get him focused in. He's gonna want it. Yeah, the camera and with the autofocus is not working whatsoever today. But yeah, I guess you guys get the point. And it looks like we have our very first sticker. It looks like gotta get the sticker sheet from back here. Go and get that. Alright. Got the sticker sheets. Okay. First sticker up. Here we go. Brace for impact. And there we go. Didn't turn out too bad. There we go. First sticker applied. What's that, like 50 more to go? Probably like, I don't know, it's closer to like 22 stickers. Not as bad as 50 like Apocalypseburg had, but still not absolutely the best in terms of stickers. Looks like it's got a bit out of focus. Yeah, like I think every single Lego set's up to date, apart from the Sesame Street, has stickers like for ideas. You know, like we went up to Sesame Street and they moved over to stickers, and it was very unfortunate that they had to do so, but yeah. So I guess if even the Krusty Burger gets approved as a Lego set, it probably will have stickers as well. Like it probably will, with like the Quickie Mart, Simpsons House, all having stickers. Think this one as well. I think it will have a sticker, unfortunately. It has a lot more stickers in there. How's it going? It's going good? It's going good? Yeah, stickers though, you know, with the Quickie Mart set, they're already beginning to flake on mine. The stickers are literally beginning to flake. And the worst thing is, I don't think LEGO can send out replacements on like much older LEGO sets, because they probably had a, they had the run of those stickers productions back in 2015, so I doubt that they're gonna make more replacements. I know it would be more expensive to make prints, but it's honestly worth it. I would pay more to get the printed pieces instead of having the stickers. Is the helmet back there the Bricker builds Rex helmet? No, it's not. It's absolutely not. It's my own custom design. I built that helmet way before the Bricker design came out. Like, I freehanded that one. Like, I built it way before, so. So it's my own original design at the end of the day. I just used millions and millions of just reference images going back and forth between how it's supposed to look, but in the end, I'm pretty satisfied with the end result. I think it looks very nice. Phase 1 or Phase 2? Most likely Phase 2 over Phase 1. In terms of like the design, yeah, I'd prefer Phase 2. But like for like overall looks, I don't know. It's honestly kind of even for me, because when I initially went to design the Captain Rex, I was just going between Phase 1 or Phase 2, and both of them have their little advantages, both have their disadvantages, but to me, they're, for the most part, equally good. For the most part. Oh, thanks, Brick Film. And you're back. What do I think of the Bricker Builds helmets? They're nice, I gotta say. They're a really nice design, and but I could see some things that I would change up, like make the visor in general a bit smaller for the Captain Rex. I haven't really went in depth to like look at it extremely close up, but you know, looking at some of the images, they're nice helmets. Though I do feel like they could have utilized a little bit more specialized Lego pieces throughout them. But when you step back and look at it, it still looks very nice, regardless. Kind of a bit out of focus. You know, the interior is beginning to come together, and how vibrant all of the colors look in the inside. Definitely looks nice, I gotta say. For a Lego set, in fact. You know, it's not a mock build, but still for a Lego set, it's a pretty strong set, honestly, as far as this model goes. It is beginning to prove that it is a little bit more of a challenging build, but again, I don't think it's 18 plus worthy, so that's a little bit of something to take into consideration. Attach this stud further. But yeah, the colors look very vibrant on this. Looks really nice in the end. I think it would have been a lot easier to build this if I were to have everything a little bit more sorted out. You know, that's kind of the one issue that I didn't particularly plan when I was building Springfield, is I literally had everything all over the place in terms of all of the parts from all of the Bricklink orders. You know, I didn't really particularly go into organizing everything, so that was something I think I should have done, but I still can do that. Just a matter of time of when I do that, you know, so. But yeah, I can't wait to build next week's live stream of literally building up Evergreen Terrace. That's going to be something interesting, I gotta say, because mock building on the live stream. Let's see how that goes. Just building up Evergreen Terrace with all of the grass going around. It's going to be a very interesting little thing to do. Probably next Monday. Hello there. Oops, forgot a piece. But yeah, I think I a little bit I underestimated this set's build. Like, I thought it would have been a lot more easier to build in general, but turns out it actually has a little bit more, you know, complexity to it, which I didn't expect whatsoever, but, you know, it's more fun to build like this. It's not so much of a straightforward building experience. I like it how this set actually uses so much more color accurate on the inside of these parts. Like, you know, you have more of a mattress on top of like the bed, which honestly some sets just entirely skip out on, but surprisingly this set captures into the inside of some parts as well, which is not something that you typically see on an everyday LEGO set. Nice little touch by LEGO, I gotta say. Gonna make a pretty nice addition to Springfield. You know, with this much building already done, it's gonna make a pretty nice addition to Springfield with modifying up a couple of things and making it look more like it is from Springfield, and just it building from Springfield. I think this may work out way too perfectly, but we'll see. We'll see once we get to building the good majority of Springfield here. Oh, we have another absolutely giant, two giant stickers coming out. Wow, it's 2 giant stickers. And the very next step after this. That's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun to align all of that. Yep. And we're attaching the stickers now. Here we go. Let's see here. Starting off with the smaller one. Oops, there goes a piece. Okay, where's my brick separator? Yep, big boy stickers. Okay. Hope I get this right. Brace for impact. Brace for impact once again. Let's get that lined up. But I feel like these are gonna begin flaking over like what, the course of 3 years or something. That's gonna be very unfortunate once that begins happening. Yes, I guess that's a little. Yeah, that turned out pretty nicely. You know, didn't go too badly. I think, yeah, that turned out pretty perfectly right there. Let's get that in place. Let's get one more, a much larger sticker now in place. Brick separator. Let's get this attached. Careful. Careful. Oh, no, that already screwed up. Please don't rip, please don't rip, please don't rip. Please don't rip. Whew. Okay. Let's try and get that. Yeah, this is going to be a tough sticker. It's going to be a tough sticker to apply. Okay, this is going to be harder than I thought. I need to use the precision here. There we go. That's fairly nicely attached. Yeah, fairly nicely. I think that'll do. Let's get that in place. Okay, the hard part is out of the way. There's one more very large sticker, but I don't think that's going to be in a while. So that's nice. It's all out of the way. You know, I always try to interlock as many pieces as possible within like my Springfield mock, and this LEGO set is entirely denying some of those things that I was following to do here to reinsure stability. You know, from LEGO themselves you would expect to have very nice connections, but some of these are not so much of the sturdiest, I would say, but it is what it is. I would have expected, at least expected them to have a little bit more of a stronger connection, but I guess it happens a little bit later on. Yeah, the architecture here is very nicely done so far, with how everything just perfectly lines up, and how it just looks in general looks very nice. Some very useful pieces, and like has some very useful pieces to build even Moe's Tavern here with all of these medium nougat plates. I don't know, I may actually keep this, or I may use it for Moe's Tavern. You know, either way, it's Lego, you know, you could use it either way, but I may use this just as another building into Springfield, or I may park this out, who knows. Probably I'm gonna use this as another building. I don't know. Time will tell. Oh, hello there. You want to hear more about Springfield? Okay. So, what I'm planning to do with this entire Springfield mock is, I think I'm going to divide it up, into segments? Like, I think I'm going to divide the entire Springfield mock up into separate segments of how am I going to build this. Like, from a certain time period I'm going to build this, and I'm going to move on to a different part of Springfield, and go from there probably, you know. Like, I'm going to have entire streets basically built out. So, it's not going to be individual buildings as much as I'm going to build an entire street right away. I think that's my plan for it, you know, build all of them all at once in one go, all at the same time simultaneously, and go from there, because it's going to increase efficiency of the construction of Springfield, and it's going to make a lot more interesting to watch, I guess, so, yeah. Oh, and you're back. But I think in terms of like building Springfield, I'm going to just jump around all of the buildings, you know, and figure out which ones I want to build. I'm not going to build it in any particular order. Like, I'm going to be building it in streets, but I'm not going to be building it in any particular order. Like, having the entire, what's the name? Oh yeah, Evergreen Terrace built up first, and then after that, continue on to building the rest. I'm probably going to build a little bit of, you know, Evergreen Terrace, move on to a different street, build that street a little bit more, and then move back to building Evergreen Terrace, you know, so it doesn't feel so much repetitive. I think it's going to make a lot more of an interesting building series as well in that regard. What do you use? The parts in the back? Are you talking about Talking about Sesame Street or something like from Springfield? Oh, the part. Oh, you mean the parts in the back? Oh, okay. The parts in the back. That's basically like my part, like half of my parts collection back there. So, I basically build all of my mocks with those. Some of those are just parted out sets, and others are huge bricklink orders that, you know, I think I would need sometime in the near future, and then I do end up needing them. But yeah, they're basically parts in the back. Yeah, shelves. It's basically half of my entire collection. There's much more placed in the closet back here as well, in the Lego room. But for the most part, where I source all of my parts from to build, you know, Springfield and all of the other buildings that I'll soon enough get to building. Eventually. Oh, and we have another 2 stickers coming up. That's nice. But yeah, this is honestly kind of a tedious build. You know, there's a lot of very small parts that go into it. I definitely could see why LEGO considers this to be an 18 plus set. You know, I definitely could see why, but I don't know, 18 plus? Maybe not so much 18 plus as much 16. I think more of a 16 plus or something like that would be a little bit more age appropriate for this, but you know, LEGO has its considerations. Are you gonna make the brown house? Of course I'm gonna make the brown house. I'm basically, yeah, again, I'm planning to build a very large majority of Springfield and Evergreen Terrace, with like the Simpsons house being the main central point of it, and then having like the brown house, Flanders' house, and all of the other houses around it. I feel like that would make, you know, the best of sense. So yeah, like the houses that like surround the Simpsons house are probably the most iconic ones, and the ones that probably need the most focus on as well. So yeah, that is in my plans. How many stickers are there? I think it's 21. Yeah, I think there are 21 stickers in the set. Oh no, 22. 22 stickers. Yeah. And speaking of stickers, we're about to apply yet another sticker. Hip hip hooray. Let's get that. I want to place it on a little bit crooked. I want to get that a little bit straightened out. There we go. Yeah, that'll do. I'm not the best at applying stickers whatsoever. I actually did a pretty good job applying all of the stickers onto the Death Star, so I'm pretty proud of that, but come on, like, the stickers are going to begin to flake after 3 years or so again. So that's something I'm not super fond of. Will you build the tree house? Yep, that's another part of Evergreen Terrace. It's one of the most iconic parts, you know, of the Simpsons house and what it's focused around. So yeah, of course, I'm going to build Evergreen Terrace as well. It's another part of Springfield, so why not? Yeah, the Simpsons comics do have a lot of reference material, though they're not all that accurate. You know, I've actually looked through some of the Simpsons comics before, and they're not all that accurate. You know, I want to stay as true to the show as possible, and not because the comics more go upon like looking at the. They want to make it more of the scene and not so much based upon what what it actually is supposed to look like. They want to adapt to the scene, so that's a little bit of a downside to the comics. But yeah, I try to stick to as much as possible to the TV show, and you know, remembering 31 seasons worth of The Simpsons and figuring out where can I get this reference to build whatever part of like the Simpsons house would it be, or soon will be Moe's Tavern and all of that. But yeah, I try to get as much reference material as possible from the TV show, ultimately. And with that being said, we got another sticker applied. There we go. Well, that's a pretty neat little build for a lamp to go into the build. You know, that's actually a pretty useful little technique. I may actually end up using something in this kind of aspect to build some part of Springfield in terms of little interior features. So that's actually a very nice little build. Gotta say, props to LEGO. Yeah, and honestly, the way on how I build some of my mocks is literally go through a lot of different reference materials, like, you know, from previous sets of what they have in mind, what they have, like, for a creator expert, would it be, or any other just creator set, I guess, not the expert line, but, you know, any LEGO set, and I base it off from there, so it's always a nice little thing to have in mind when you're building something like this. And this set is honestly another little perfect addition to go along with that. So I very much can't wait to use some of the techniques from here to go into my Springfield. Issue 33 of The Simpsons? I gotta look into that. You know, I gotta look into that and see on how, what they have in mind in there and what they have in store, but, you know, I may look into that if they actually have, like, accurate interpretations of The Simpsons, Springfield and such, of having all of the interiors. Yeah, I may look into that. I'll do that after the stream, probably. Yeah, the skate park, it does have some pretty good parts to it. I don't know if that set is retired, however. I'm pretty sure it is, but I'm not entirely sure if it is, but, you know. If it is, then that's unfortunate, but I mainly just get all of the parts that I need from Bricklink, however. I don't buy LEGO sets to get all of the parts. I just get all of them from Bricklink. It's a lot easier, you know. You get what you need. And sometimes it has even a better, you know, price to piece. But like, if it's an extremely good deal, like recently, or what, like probably like a month ago, I've got to the LEGO clock tower, the Harry Potter clock tower, and I gotta say, that LEGO set is gonna be so useful to be building the rest of, you know, the Simpsons house. It has a lot of very good tan LEGO pieces. You know, it has some nice little touches and such, some more colorful parts, and even to go into a little bit of a Moe's Tavern, more of Flanders' house and all of that, it has a lot of those good parts in there, which I absolutely cannot wait to use, especially probably for the church as well, which I'm very hyped to build. You know, there are a lot of good parts in that. For $30, you know, with the original retail price being, what, $100, was it? You know, getting that GameStop deal or whatnot. 100% worth it. 100%. Bricklink is good, but shipping costs. Yeah, the shipping though, the shipping on Bricklink is, yeah, it's honestly not the best. Especially when you're buying from multiple sellers. Yikes, it could get quite steep, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, that... just that in general, wow. The shipping there, yeah, it's not the best. But because of that, because of like mainly shipping costs and such, you know, that was the biggest reason why I had to delay The Simpsons Springfield. Like when I was building week 4 or something, I had to delay it extremely for over a month. Which was crazy, but you know, I had to order from Bricks and Pieces because the shipping was much less ridiculous there, but it took forever to arrive. But I think it was a little bit of a worthy compromise because in the long term, you know, you save on shipping and then you get a lot more parts. You know, you get more money to just spend on parts instead of wasting it all on shipping, and I don't know. In the long run, it's better. It's better in the long run to get from Bricks and Pieces sometimes, but it really depends upon the prices. Sometimes Bricks and Pieces has 4 times or so expensive prices, so that's kind of unfortunate. Yeah, the Sesame Street, as far as I'm building it, I gotta say it's amazing. It's pretty amazing. You know, it's got a lot of very nice parts to go along with it, and it's a very... Yeah, the camera tends to shut off after way too long, but yeah, there we go. eBay is probably the best place to get minifigures. I honestly never bought minifigures before, but I guess I'll check that out later, maybe. You know, if I'm going to be looking into buying more minifigures. But for Springfield, you know, I own every single LEGO Simpsons minifigure that they ever put out, so I don't know about that. After the very first Simpsons minifigure that I bought being, what was it? I think it was Maggie Simpson. You know, from Series 1 Maggie Simpson. I had to get the rest of them. I just had to. I couldn't resist anymore. It was amazing. I haven't seen the new Mandalorian episode though. Yeah, I haven't gone into that yet. I do plan on though. I do plan on watching it, but yeah, it seems pretty solid from the overall trailer. And if you're looking to get the Simpsons minifigures for way less on eBay, I think that's probably going to be the cheapest way. Yeah, for right now, I think it's probably the cheapest way to get them. And there's some pretty nice LEGO geometry going on here with this model. There's some pretty nice LEGO geometry, I gotta say. You know, a headlight brick on its side, and then I expected a little bit of a different build for this tree, for like this little birdhouse, but honestly a little bit more interesting than I expected. Let's get this piece attached. Probably should have built it all up and then attached it. There we go. Wow, wait, does Bart really go for $11 now? You know, like, back when he was released, you know, as a, just in general, as a CMF, I really just try to stock up on him for some reason. I don't know why, but he really goes on for $11 now? That's kind of expensive. Wow. Yeah, it's kind of, I thought he went for like $3. Probably due to, you know, inflation rates and such, but I'm happy that I got all of the Simpson minifigures before, you know, before the theme really retired and before they went up in value. Especially the sets. The sets are like, what? They're crazy prices. It's twice as much expensive. They're like $1,000 for the Quickie, or actually no, it's $1,000 for both of them, for the Simpsons house and the Quickie Mart. It's $500 each. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. How are you? I'm good. Oh, the nuclear power plant? Yeah, I honestly have something very, very interesting planned with that. Like, I don't want to say too much right now, but I have something very, very special planned for that. You know, it's going to have a little bit more than just a Lego feature to it. I'm going to leave it at that. You know, I have something very, very impressive in mind, but I'm gonna have to, I haven't even designed it. I just have a vision of how it's going to look, but who knows? Who knows how it's going to look in the end? Yeah, I think, yeah, Bart would be cheaper on Bricklink, however. Though again, you can argue that, you know, there may be $5 shipping and then that wouldn't affect it as much of the price because, you know, free shipping on eBay and then having it $11 and then, you know, Bricklink having $5 shipping and then having another $5 Bart, but, you know, $10, but still not that big of a difference. I'm glad that LEGO at least printed the 1, 2, 3 on the transparent 1x2. You know, that's probably the only like exclusive print to this build, and I'm very happy that they've done so. You know, if they haven't even printed that on, then at least they gave the prints some effort, not entirely, but some. We make a mini Springfield. Yeah, that's basically my plan. I'm basically planning to build a miniature Springfield. Ultimately, that's my goal when I finish this entire creation, is build a miniature Springfield. That's literally my entire goal, is to, like, you know, you have the Simpsons house, but then we're moving on to Moe's, and soon expanding to the entire Springfield. So yeah, ultimate goal. You know, probably the one project that's gonna last over, what, I don't know, 2 years, maybe? Give or take 2 years of building it and collecting parts. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be huge. And plus, like, all of the graphic designing that's gonna go into it, and all of the building and overall designing of the model. So, yeah. It's gonna be a lot of building. It's gonna be a lot of building and a lot of fun. Did you give Bart an orange shirt? Yep, yep, I did give him an orange shirt. I think if you like watch my latest, what is it, week 9, week 8? Yeah, week 9, week 8, I changed out the shirt, so yeah, I did listen to someone's recommendation. They told me to change out the shirt, and well, here I am. Because I don't know why LEGO initially included the red shirt though. I feel like they should have stuck with the orange one. They did, however, give him an orange shirt in Series 2 of The Simpsons with like when he was Bartman. They did give him an orange shirt. So they kind of got it accurate. They didn't really do it for Series 1 or Series, or yeah, they haven't done it for Series 1 or for the Simpsons house or for the Quickie Mart, but they surprisingly have done it for the Bartman minifigure. You know, why do they release on the very, like, they release the Quickie Marts and the CMF Series 2 and the very same wave of sets, and they give Bart a red shirt in one of the sets, and then they give him an orange shirt in the other one. Why not just give him an orange shirt in both of them, you know? Why not? Was LEGO being lazy about it? What were they or were they not? You know? You never know. Thumbnails are cool? Oh, thanks. Which Homer do you prefer? I'd say the work Homer because, you know, he's a little bit more of an interesting design for what he has going on, even though I would say the normal one is more of a recognizable one, or more of the more common one that is seen throughout the show. I feel like, you know, the work Homer has a little bit more detail to him. Detail to me is everything, so I'd have to give it to the work Homer minifigure. And it's a little bit more different. It's, you know, it's a little bit more variety within the theme, so it's nice. That's one window in place. Have I seen the Simpsons movie? Yep. It was a great movie, I gotta say as well. Like, it was a solid movie. I'm pretty sure they're planning. They confirmed that there was a sequel. Maybe not a sequel, but, you know, Simpsons movie 2 coming out in sometime in 2021 or something. So I'm very hyped for that, and I really hope there's a lot more reference material so I can use within my entire LEGO Simpsons Springfield. But yeah, I'm very much hyped to see how all of that is gonna turn out. Yeah. But yeah, it's not gonna be a sequel. I think they announced that it's not gonna be a sequel. Like, the producer announced that it's not. A Hugo minifigure. You know, I would like to make a Hugo minifigure for the attic, but unfortunately, the thing is, you know, I don't have any specific, like, special machinery to make, like, the very special molded heads nor the prints, so I kind of can't, but I really want to. You know, I'm kind of in that situation where I would like to do that, but unfortunately, you know, I don't have the machinery and just the overall process to make that. It's kind of a, it's a big process to make those minifigures. So, yeah. Because especially the fact is that they have special molded heads at the end of the day. So, very unlikely, but, you know, it's all up to LEGO. It's all up to LEGO for them to make those minifigures. Imagine if they make imagine they make a Treehouse of Horror CMF. That would be a very nice. we're finishing up bag number 2. And the first floor is still not entirely complete, but we're nearing completion. We're getting there. Change the bottom. Wait, I changed the bottom of Captain Rex's helmet. Like, do you mean like? I didn't change it. I left it the same ever since the initial build. I never changed the bottom of it. It has an open hole underneath there. You know, I can't wear it, but it has an open hole to make it accurate. But it is, the bottom of Captain Rex's helmet is compatible. If I ever decide to build the remainder of the entire sculpture, it is compatible. It is 100% compatible to be designed and to be continued upon and like attach the body of Captain Rex. If I ever want to do that, that option is there, you know. The breathing? Oh, I think that's just the computer fan. Yeah, I think that's literally just the computer fan being extremely loud. Because it's literally running like 5 programs at once or something, so it's kind of being loud. I'm gonna need to look into that as well. Because it's my first stream, I genuinely don't know exactly if, you know, how it sounds on the output side of things. Hopefully I fix it by tomorrow once we finish off building Sesame Street. Interesting use of a control panel for the doorbell. You know, you have a control panel. That's kind of high tech for an apartment, but okay. Okay, Lego. I guess that makes sense. Closest, I mean, I would have used probably a 1x1 trans clear stud? Maybe not trans clear, just a normal 1x1 round tile or something. Kylo Ren's helmets. You know, there's a chance. There is a chance that I may build Kylo Ren's helmet. It's an option that I do have and I probably could, but it really depends upon demand. It honestly just depends upon what you guys want, but for the time being, I think I'm gonna stick with Springfield and continue building that because that's gonna take a very long time to build. So yeah, for the time being, I think I'm gonna stick with building Springfield, but if you guys would like to see Kylo Ren's helmet for any reason, yeah, just let me know. Hello, Dan. Of course, yeah, of course I'm gonna buy Squeaky Voice Teen. My goal is to have literally every LEGO Simpsons minifigure that LEGO ever produces and ever will produce, you know? Because since I'm building Springfield, I think it would be the most right thing to get every single minifigure. I'd literally buy it all on day one. You know, it's honestly that kind of thing that I just have to. I have to buy it all on day one. Simpsons, just LEGO and the Simpsons, it's so perfect, you know? You have buildings and, you know, buildings are built, so it just makes so much sense and it fits on so many different levels that I think if I don't, that would be kind of sad, you know? But yeah, I am planning to. If they ever do. Like, I'm expecting them to make the Squeaky Voice Teen minifigure if they do decide to end up making the LEGO Krusty Burger an official LEGO set. I do expect them to, you know, make Squeaky Voice Teen. Of course, I'll be there day one to get the set, so yeah, 100% I'll be picking up Squeaky Voice Teen. Alright, moving on to bag 3. Yeah, let's move on to bag 3 now. Let's see here. We have What would you want more, squeaky voice teen or Mr. Teeny? I'd say probably squeaky voice teen, as he's more of a relevant character that is shown more throughout the series, so yeah. Probably choose squeaky voice teen. Probably want him more. But honestly, I really hope they make all of them. You know, honestly, they could make enough minifigures for the upcoming 10 CMF minifigure series. So they have that all in the bag. They just need to do it. They just need to design them. I think they already have. Yeah, I think they already have made a. In like the Dimensions game, I think they've already made like a 3D model of Squeaky Voice Teen's head. So they have the basic layout done. Why won't they just make the minifigure? Why? They have Mayor Quimby done as well as just a 3D model, but they didn't make him into a minifigure. But I really hope they do. You know, CMF is like Series 3 of The Simpsons. It's 100% possible. Uh-oh, there goes the piece. Yeah, they made the mayor in LEGO Dimensions, yeah, exactly. Why won't they make it real, you know? Why don't they make it mass-produced into a LEGO minifigure? They made it, now they just need to produce it. They already have the hard part down, why not include it in, like... They have a start to collectible minifigure Series 3. Why not? Another minifigure all complete. We're gonna make Krusty Land. You know, that's the one that I'm kind of maybe that's probably like the only one place that I kind of think maybe, because given how huge Krusty Land is, you know, and how far out it is from like the overall Springfield town, as it's not so much in the overall layout of Springfield. There's always a chance again, so I don't want to say that I'm not going to, but I may, you know, I may make it. There's always a chance that I may. Haven't begun planning that just yet, but you know. How huge it's gonna be, that's crazy alone for Krusty Land, so I don't know. Get one of the doors now in place. It wants to slide in. Oh, I'm missing a piece. There we go. Get that connected up. There we go. Just one door in place. What week do you think Simpsons House will be finished? Week 11 maybe? Like, you know, I need to make one more bricklink order to complete the house, and so next week what I'm planning on doing is, you know, continuing to build like Evergreen Terrace. So for the most part, I don't think I'm going to be focusing too much upon building the Simpsons house next week. I may get to building it, but like ultimately what I hope to get the Simpsons house complete is like week 12, probably. Probably somewhere between like week 12, week 13, or sometime by then to just finalize the model and get everything in place. So yeah, probably sometime by then I'll get all of that built up and finished off. And there's the second door attached. Surprised we haven't used a single sticker yet. Like, I mean, we used a couple, but you know, we're not using any more. It's probably gonna go like all of the stickers all at once. That's kind of what I'm scared about here, but who knows? Who knows? Who is your least favorite Simpsons character? Least favorites. You know, I would say, you know, it's kind of a hard decision to make. Who's, you know, they're all equally good, but I can't think of him at the top of my head. But whichever one is like the most, what's the word? The most less shown throughout the show, and the one that is least funniest, I guess. But I can't think of who would that be, you know. But yeah, I can't really think of the least favorite character right off the top of my head right now. But they all are really good, but some are better than others, I would say. Especially Homer is the best. But yeah, Ralph and Homer being like some of the best ones. Sideshow Bob is your least favorite? Now I'd say for me, Sideshow Bob is a pretty important character, and like, you know, he's featured quite a lot, you know, throughout the Simpsons series. So I wouldn't consider him entirely my least favorite, personally. Move this a little bit over. It'll be a lot easier to build like this. I have a mock idea for the Adventure Time treehouse. You know, I think Brick Vault actually has done a Adventure Time mock before of like the treehouse. I think they have. I'm not sure, but again, that's something that I could consider to do in the future weeks of building. Like after I finish Springfield, of course, because that's going to be an absolutely huge project. But Adventure Time. I may get to building that. I may get to it. Another thing that I could consider to build after this absolutely huge mock. Yeah. Yeah, they made it. Whoops. There goes another couple of parts. I'll pick those up later. Yeah, they did make Finn and Jake from LEGO Dimensions. Though I didn't particularly pick those minifigures up, though yeah, they did make them as actual licensed LEGO minifigures. And they also made a LEGO Ideas set, I believe. But it was just brick-built characters, nothing too special in terms of actual minifigures go. Congrats on 500 subs. Thanks, man. Greatly appreciate it. What is your favorite LEGO Ideas project ever? The project, as you mean one that got approved by LEGO, or one that is, you know, just somewhere out there on LEGO Ideas? Because if you're talking about the one that's, you know, just out there, I would have to say the, you know, I don't remember the name of the cartoon, but I don't remember it, but it, like, has this guy in it, and then there's a dog next. I don't remember his name, but yeah, I don't remember his name, but I don't know how to explain him. Groomer was his name, or I forgot the name. I think he was Groomer. But I think you guys know who I'm talking about. And then for the just an official LEGO sets, I got the Sesame Street, honestly. The Sesame Street is honestly the best LEGO sets that there is. Just Sesame Street, you know. Yeah, Flintstones was another, like, it was a nice LEGO set for a LEGO Ideas project, though I didn't particularly get that set. Because, you know, I couldn't really blend it into anything. Typically when I get LEGO sets, it's really to either use it for the parts, or to blend it in or integrate it into my mocks or whatnot, you know. Don't typically get LEGO sets for just, you know, display. Yeah, Grumman and Wallace. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. Where's the treehouse? Oh, and the Krusty Burger, huh? Yeah, my project. Yeah, like the buildable figures of like Grumman and Wallace, yeah, those, I would 100% like to see those get approved. Those would make a really nice Lego set. Maybe it actually did get approved. I haven't actually checked back on it ever since it was initially published on LEGO Ideas. Oh hey, Bosk Bricks. Yeah, the Grumman and Wallace LEGO Ideas project though, it's definitely a solid it's definitely a solid build, definitely. How many weeks do you think until this Springfield is fully finished? Okay, until Springfield is fully finished. Okay, I would have to say what? Week 100? It's something crazy. It's probably like week 150 or something like that. I don't know. But my just estimates would be like week 100, week 200, or something like, I don't know. Some crazy numbers until like the entire Simpsons Springfield is fully complete, you know, because it's going to be a lot of designing and a lot of graphic designing work to go into the build, and with it being entirely custom built and a lot of thought going into it, it's going to take a while. It's going to take a while. But yeah, I expect it to go up to like week 100 or something. Yeah, it's a huge project again, so that is to be expected. Yeah, that is a lot of weeks. But hey, if it gets the job done and it turns out to be an entire Simpsons Springfield, you know? Oh man. Yeah, I myself can't wait to see how the whole mock is going to turn out in the end. It's probably going to be absolutely huge, but yeah, I can't wait. How am I going to get the layout right? Just using a lot of reference images, really. You know, yeah, just I'm going to be using a lot of reference images to get it correctly built. I don't really see any other particular way how I could get the layout right. Given the fact that there are a lot of just filler buildings throughout Springfield, I don't know particularly how am I going to do that. So I may need to skip out on like all of those very random buildings going out there, because there's no good images of how they look. So I may like replicate some of the ones from the Brick Like Me episode of The Simpsons, but you know, with them being so random, I doubt that I'll be particularly building them up entirely. So yeah. Or I may just make a interior, a more like suggestive interior that's, you know, there's going to be an interior, but it's not going to be entirely like filled up. But yeah, it really depends upon what reference images I can find and what would look the best in Springfield. So it has a lot more thoughts to go into those more buildings that are kind of not known as much throughout Springfield. The airplane restaurants. Maybe. I may actually build that. Again, given how large that's probably going to turn out. You know, my goal ultimately is to build as much of Springfield as possible, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to build like every single small little build, but yeah, if it's something iconic, I will try and get it in place. That's my ultimate goal. To get every most iconic place into the build. Yeah, there are some town plan images out there, Bosk Bricks. There are. I've seen their images, but yeah, it's not. I don't think it's super accurate. However, it does change from episode to episode, and that really is honestly the very same thing that happens within interiors of like all of the Simpson houses, or not Simpson houses. Throughout all of the buildings in Springfield, you basically have that very same thing going on. So it's kind of a very modular layout, so I think it has a little bit of flexibility to go between, and I can definitely do a little bit of things there that probably would eventually appear in like the Simpsons universe, because there is no like exact layout of Springfield. It changes. It changes. Would you do custom minifigures for it? Yeah, again, I would like to do custom minifigures for my Springfield mock, but again, I don't have the particular tools and the machinery to make custom minifigures for Springfield. That would look nice, however, if I were to be able to, but it's doubtful. It's honestly doubtful because, you know, it's going to take a lot of very specialized machinery to get all of that made. Yeah, I may get to building Bikini Bottom as a mock. I may, like, after I finish Springfield, that's really when it could come down to building Bikini Bottom. You know, I may get to building Bikini Bottom, I may not, I don't know. But like, yeah, after like week 100 or something, just as I said before, of building Springfield, we'll then see if I'm going to be up for the challenge of building Bikini Bottom. Who knows? Yeah, there's going to be definitely some interesting techniques if I were to build Bikini Bottom, or if I am, so yeah, again, I'm not sure yet. Maybe, maybe not, depends, you know. Depends upon the demand of wanting a Bikini Bottom, but yeah, I'm down after building Springfield. You know, that's the one thing I honestly would like to stay away from, is like all of the other brands like Mega Bloks, Creo, and all of that. You know, I want to stay away from all of the more, you know, brands that have that kind of stuff. So I want to keep it as like genuine to LEGO as possible. Oh yeah, yeah, Springfield could be added to Bikini Bottom. I mean, you can have a crossover. Maybe, I don't know. The SpongeBob sons. The new spin-off. It's interesting how they didn't put windows at the bottom of these parts. They just left it with 1x2 tiles instead. Oh, there goes that piece. Yep, there's a lot of different parodies that you can probably do with all of that. Yeah, I can't believe they just rejected the Krusty Krab from becoming an official LEGO set. It could have been so successful as well, but LEGO just rejected it for some reason. I think they had the license as well. I don't know why would they just reject it all of a sudden. Very strange choice by LEGO, but okay, maybe they have something in the plans of LEGO SpongeBob in the future. You never know. Also could make, yeah, squid ports. That's another possible idea. Maybe, yeah. Again, maybe I'll build a squid port. Maybe. Yeah, the ideas are literally just endless and endless upon what I could do in Springfield. But I do want to keep it as true to the show as possible. That's the one thing that I'm trying to keep in mind while I'm building Springfield. Scooby-Doo sons. See if we can get this in a different position here. Will Edna Krabappel be in the mock? Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm gonna try to use every single Simpsons minifigure, and yeah, because I'm building the entire or at least trying to build the entire Simpsons Springfield, like, as much as possible of Springfield. Yeah, with, like, the Springfield Elementary School being in there. I'm gonna try and incorporate as many just small little details as possible with that, so, yeah. Once I finish Springfield, I can make Shelbyville. Yeah, after, yeah, that even though Shelbyville is not that much shown within the Simpson episodes, though I feel like it was shown at like a couple of the Simpson episodes, it's possible. You know, again, I may make a very, very small suggestion to Shelbyville being there, but, you know, that would be huge. You know, having Shelbyville right next to Springfield will be huge, and I don't know, I may just make the reference that there is Shelbyville there, but I don't know. Yeah, I'll try to make the reference to the Lion Huts and Troy McClure places. Yeah, I'll try and get as many references into Springfield as possible. That's my ultimate goal of what I want to do. Yeah, it's shown a lot in the Lemon Tree episode. Yeah, I've seen that one. That's exactly where I'm referencing Shelbyville from. Yeah, the car inbound lot. Yeah, the possibilities of how many different things are possible. It's crazy how many different things I'm able to build within Springfield. A lot of possibilities to go and build it. Which I 100% may. Yeah, I'll check one of them out, one of your stop motions. Yeah, I could do the fishing boat house as well. Yeah, again, the possibilities are absolutely endless to how much different things I'm able to build within Springfield. It's absolutely crazy. Absolutely. It's a body reveal. Yeah, it's a fast LEGO body reveal. How are you going to do the power plants? I have something very special planned for the power plant. I just don't want to say anything yet. But I actually do have something very special planned for building the power plant. You know, I have something like, I don't know if it's going to work, but I have something a little bit more special planned for how that's going to be constructed and all. I have like a vision of how it may look, but I'm not sure if it's all going to perfectly work out how I'm envisioning it to, so. Millhouse's house, yeah. Again, yeah, another building that's more on the likely side of getting built into Springfield. I'm more likely going to be building Millhouse's house as well. I didn't like play Legends of Zelda yet, so I don't know if I like it, but in terms of Nintendo, yeah, it's cool little, you know, Mario and such. You want me to build Bikini Bottom? Well, that's gonna take gonna take another long time, but yeah, probably in like 2 years from now, once we get Springfield built up or something, I may, you know. Depends upon demand, really. It all depends upon demand and what the overall audience wants to see. Yeah, I think I've seen the episode where Milhouse gets grounded. That is another nice little reference point towards building Milhouse's house. So, yeah, I'm gonna look into that episode once again once I get to building the overall residential district a little bit more and dive a little bit deeper into it. So, yeah, that's something that I am considering to build. A little bit more of the interior I'm planning to build more of like the interior to the more iconic buildings and see where it goes. It may turn out very nicely, and that would be amazing if it does, because there's so much things to be planned with that, but we'll see. We'll see. See how that all goes and turns out. Should make a Lego SpongeBob mock and put it on Lego Ideas. You see, the thing with that, and the only thing that I kind of see being the issue with that, is someone, I don't remember who, but someone did submit like a Krusty Krab mock onto Lego Ideas and it didn't get approved. So I doubt that if I were to make one and post it on Lego Ideas, it would get approved. So that's really my only concern with that. But yeah, especially with how much of Springfield I have to build, I really want to focus a lot of building onto that instead. Springfield Museum, yeah, again, another building that I feel like Lego probably, if they do end up bringing back the theme, I doubt that they would make Springfield Museum as a Lego set, so I may as well take the opportunity to go ahead and build that. And yeah, I probably will end up building it, but I don't want to reference it off of the game as much because it's not. I want to keep the Springfield as true to the show as possible. I don't want to I don't want to make it very much based upon the game. I want to keep it as much as nice as possible to the show and just as true to the show, if that makes sense. Have you heard of Simpsons Hit and Run? No, I haven't heard of that. I've heard of Simpsons Tapped Out, but not Hit and Run. I think I've heard it somewhere, but I don't remember from where. If it's a game, I haven't played it. Yeah, I would be sad if they declined the Krusty Burger, because, it's... Lego has so much opportunity, and they can make so much money easily off of just selling the Krusty Burger. Why not? They have the license with Disney. Disney wants money. Lego wants money. Why not go ahead and produce more Lego Simpsons? It all fits together so perfectly, but I don't know why. Why not go ahead and give what the audience wants? Like, with the 501st Battle Pack, for example, we had to, make an entire campaign for that to hit store shelves? Wow. I feel like Lego should have been a little bit more on top of it with their audience. What's your favorite week of building Springfield? Probably like week 5, maybe? No, wait. Whichever week I finished the first floor is probably my most favorite because easily, you know, got a part of Springfield all complete. A very small one, but it's something. Progress, you know? So, yeah. If it gets declined, we should campaign like Ryan did. Yeah, we should. We should 100% campaign like Ryan did. And just make it come back. We want LEGO The Simpsons to return. Yeah. We just need it to return, honestly. We don't want it to return, we need it to return. Hit and run would be a good reference. I'm gonna have to look into that and see if it will be and if it actually does stay pretty true to the show. But yeah, I mean, I'll give it a shot and see if there's actual good references there that I'm able to refer back to and build a little bit more of Springfield, because every single little reference is honestly quite a lot. Yeah, we need a lot more LEGO minifigures for like the LEGO Simpsons series. There are a lot of those minifigures needed. At least we need a lot. Like we no joke need a lot of those minifigures. They can probably make so many minifigures that it will go up to like what, series 20? I want to say series 20. We can have so many Simpson minifigures that it could literally go up to series 20. That's how many we could literally have. And they still would have more and more minifigures to make. But will they do that? Doubtfully. But hopefully they at least give us one more minifigure series. That would be amazing. Yeah, the pure quantity of minifigures that LEGO can make it's insane. And it definitely could spark some more more inspiration beyond like the LEGO community of making more Simpson MOCs in general, I feel like. So yeah, I feel like it's gonna be, if they make LEGO Simpsons Return in terms of even the minifigures, they can definitely spark some things. Spark more of the LEGO community to make more, you know, LEGO MOCs based upon the Simpsons. Yeah, one more, at least one more CMF series of the Simpsons, at least. Just get this a little bit more in focus. What do you think is the worst LEGO color? The worst LEGO color. I mean, all of the LEGO colors really have a purpose in one way or another. I can't say that there's any bad colors per se, because, you know, ultimately isn't more colors a good thing, because, you know, we can have more colors, more abilities to build more color variation within your MOCs. I don't know if there are any particularly bad colors in LEGO. They kind of made Jasper as a minifigure. I mean, not entirely, but, you know, they made a little reference to it in the Quickie Mart set of like having a frozen Jasper. So they kind of have. Not entirely, but kind of have. Even though he's a sticker. Yeah, he was frozen. But it's probably the closest that we've gotten to a Jasper. Unless we get a Series 3 Jasper minifigure. Which would be amazing if we do. Really hope we do. It's like, to coincide with the release of the Quickie Mart especially. Well, not Quickie Mart, the Krusty Burger. You know, if they actually do decide to make it a real set. Having a CMF Series 3 with Jasper in it. You know, this bathtub, honestly, is quite a little bit of a perfect design to add into my Simpsons house. Like, I'm not gonna lie, this is actually a pretty perfect little bathtub to add into my Simpsons house. You know, to the bathroom of the Simpsons house. I may actually source this out to attach into the build. This may be kind of perfect. Probably like one of the few bathtubs as well we've seen from LEGO. No. The bathroom was right next to Maggie's room. You have like the bathroom, and then right next to it you have Maggie's room. There's really no. It's not the same room. You know, yeah, it's right next to it, but it's not the same room. I mean, we already have gotten 2 Apu minifigures already, so I don't mind not getting another one. So, you know, as long as we get like Lego Simpsons something, that would be nice. Anything Lego Simpsons, I'd take anything over nothing. Because at this point in time, like what, 2015 was the last time we got. Well, no, 2018 was the last time we got Simpsons with the brickheads. So, you know. There still is a chance that we will get, you know, more Lego Simpsons, but hopefully it will be sooner than later. In most episodes, it's where Maggie's room is. No, like if you look over on the side of like if you look out of the window of Maggie's room, like especially you could tell in the the episode where Maggie could whistle. You know, they discovered that Maggie could whistle. In that episode, you know, Homer looks out the window and then it's literally shown right there. You know, you have the window right above the garage, so everything is accurate, and I followed the very same floor plan as the official Simpsons house floor plan did have. So yeah, it is accurate. It's not inaccurate at all. It is where it is. It's like it is accurate, but for some reason even the official Simpsons floor plan is lacking windows on the front of it, which is kind of strange, but I guess that's how it is, you know? Yeah, I think we could get a lot more of the I think we can get a lot more minifigures of the Simpsons aside from Apu. Like, there's a lot. Don't get me wrong, there are a lot of minifigures. Because we've gotten Apu twice, why get another one? You know, well, the only reason I could possibly see that happening is to get people who initially missed out on the very first 2 waves of The Simpsons, but I don't know. I feel like we can get a lot more characters that we initially did not have. I think that would be a much better choice for them instead. I hope we get Mo, like, you know, LEGO Star Wars initially had a bartender, why not make Mo Sislak as another minifigure? You know, I think it would make sense, right? To make Mo as a minifigure, even though we didn't particularly, even LEGO doesn't allow too much of the alcohol theme in general. You know, they've done it with Star Wars, why not? Build Teen Titans Tower? I don't know. Build Teen Titans Tower. Kind of a smaller chance that I'm gonna build that. I don't know. Because they didn't particularly make too many minifigures for Teen Titans, so I don't know if I'm down to make that in particular. But again, if there's the demand for it, again, I can build it. Yeah, they did. Yeah, exactly. A massive UCS cantina. Why not make Moe's Tavern and just Moe? They made a full-blown UCS cantina. Why not? You know, why not make Moe's Tavern? It's no different. And I think it would make a lot more people happy, and you know, their sales of just LEGO Simpsons, it would go up. I could tell that most of everyone, for the first thing that comes to their mind is, for a fact, like for LEGO Simpsons, the first thing that comes to their mind is Moe's Tavern. a UCS Moe's Tavern. A UCS Moe's Tavern, yeah, that would be... I think that would be a little bit overdone for a UCS, like... I feel like even a playset Moe's Tavern would be good, because at the end of the day, I do end up modifying most of the sets, but... I don't know. It would be nice to get, you know, UCS Moe's Tavern. But yeah, the first thing that comes to people's minds when, you know, they hear LEGO The Simpsons to return is Moe's Tavern. So I feel like if they do bring back LEGO The Simpsons, Moe's Tavern will be the most successful thing, you know, most successful LEGO set that they're going to have from The Simpsons lineup, as it's the most iconic build, essentially. You know, second most iconic from The Simpsons house, and maybe Flanders' house, and, you know, Power Plant as well being pretty iconic, but again, there are a lot of good buildings that the LEGO Simpsons could easily expand to. Surprised they haven't yet. My mock needs Moe and Barney. Yeah, again, it'd make a lot of people happy to get just Moe's in general and maybe the minifigures. So yeah. I think I missed a piece somewhere. Oh yeah, I did miss a piece. Whoopsies. Supposed to build these. Entirely skipped out on it. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Because of Disney now buying out The Simpsons and their rights, you know, with such an amazing partnership between LEGO and Disney, it's the best time to bring out LEGO The Simpsons once again. It's the best time. There's no better time than now to bring back The Simpsons. Especially with the second Simpsons movie coming out very soon in like 2021 or something. It's literally the best time. And plus we're still going to be getting a season 33 now, is it? Yeah, season 33 of The Simpsons. So, you know, while we have still Simpsons, you know, Simpsons being a thing, why LEGO take advantage of it? Make more LEGO Simpson sets. Why not? Yeah, there are a lot of things, like Sector 7G being a LEGO set alone, like that scene alone, for what? I could see that being a $30 little play set even. There are a lot of things. A lot of things that LEGO could build. Yeah, we can get sets for the second Simpsons movie, yeah. We can get a lot of different things from the LEGO Simpsons theme. Literally, we can. We can get a lot and a lot of different things. You know? We can get a lot and a lot of different things throughout the Simpsons. Really hope we do. I hope it does come out at the movie release. They better make more sets, you know, when it comes out at the movie release. Yeah, I've seen his mock before of the car. I've seen that. Though because the only thing that I could see being it's an 8-stud vehicle. Like, I think it's more accurate or better for my Springfield to have 6-stud wide roads and not so much of an 8-stud wide. Yeah, it is a bit too big. Yeah, exactly, Boss Bricks. I do feel like it's a bit too large. Like, 8 studs I feel like is a bit too much, honestly. For Homer's car, I think 8 studs, it's too wide. It has to be 6 studs. I think LEGO got that proportion down much more nicely. And plus, it would minimalize the size of the roads, ultimately allowing me to build much more of Springfield in general. Just allow a lot more stuff to be built up there. see here. Yeah, 7 studs could be a nice size, though. I mean, 7 studs, it's a bit odd. I don't know. You know, 7 studs, it's nice, but I feel like it's too. It's a bit of a weird size to go with for building cars. It's gonna be kind of strange to build cars at 7 studs width. We do weekly updates on every building in Springfield. Of course, yeah, of course I'm going to do weekly updates of building Springfield. It's a weekly series. Of course, I'm going to do more of those updates coming up. I'm thinking I'm going to do a live stream of building Springfield and Evergreen Terrace next week, so yeah, that's probably going to be next Monday and when I'm going to get to building that. So stay tuned for all of that upcoming in the near future. It's going to be an interesting one given the fact that I have no clue, you know, what am I building, and just going to be building, seeing what happens. Yeah. Yeah, 7 studs could be an accurate size, however. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see how accurate, what we can do with building Springfield and the cars in Springfield and such. Yeah, six studs. I mean, it would be a nicer and more. It would be a much more easier size to work in 6 studs. You know, it would be a little bit more nicer of a size. It would be more convenient to build in that size. Yeah, the Mr. Plow truck. That is on my list as well to build. I'm planning to build that sometime soon after maybe, I don't know, building Moe's or something. Then we'll go to building that, but we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, I think I should call it a day. I think I should call it a day of building Sesame Street for today. I think I'm going to continue finishing this off tomorrow, very same time probably, Tuesday, 2 p.m. Pacific, you know, and finish off building Sesame Street. I think I'm now going to go and build a little bit more of Springfield and, you know, catch up on some progress in terms of building the roofs. So yeah, see you guys tomorrow. Alright. Alright.